So,
Anyway,
welcome everybody to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes, right here on Tales of Gaming Addiction. I just need to change something really quickly on my overlay. How is everybody this week?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
I think we're all excited for this week
I know.
after last week.
Yes.
Indeed, I'm just showing off the wonderful fan art that you two have done
Yeah.
of the party in their dapper get-up.
Oh boy.
I love the fact you even gave Bob a fob watch.
Yeah, like you described the thing, although you never mentioned the colour, so I just thought, oh, I'll go with purple.
Yeah, purple works.
Like gin.
I like it. There we go.
Purple.
I did draw Bob, but it wasn't coloured or anything because I did it completely separate. So
I just gave him a watch because that's what you said, so just thought, right, well, watch. There we go.
Yeah, it's also because I'm incredibly sad and have an entire collection of fob watches.
Oh.
sorry, Tom does as well. Tom has lots of watches.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I don't.
Fair enough.
Well then, you're terrible. We need to get you some style.
Oh.
Anyway, just to recap the last 2 weeks really, so like the past 6 sessions or so, the party came to Trim's hometown of Vinovia, met with her, I want to say arch nemesis, but not really, kind of thing.
Nemesis for now. Nemesis for now.
Nemesis. Nemesis works. Of Lord Cranbroke, and you guys were invited to an evening gala, during which you saw multiple magical items on display. One of them was a scroll of monk skills, a dagger, and now I can't remember the other two for love nor money. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments.
Was it?
A
Oh, there was a
locket.
tome. There was a tome of Umbrian,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and I can't remember the
I'm
other one.
glad the players keep notes as well as the DM. It helps the DM, but he's got so much rattling around in his head.
I can't remember the other one. Actually, thinking about it, what
It was a
the
locket,
items?
a dagger,
Oh,
was a
yes, it
locket.
was a locket. Thank you.
a locket, and
Oh, was
dagger.
it?
Yes.
There's 4 items like related to each of us in any way.
On purpose, yes.
I mean, there's
Right.
3 left now. Because I fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, during the gala, well, I'm going to call you Team Sneaky Punch. That being
Yeah.
Jin and Durathil went sneaking off
Yes.
about the manor.
Team
Jane-
Sucker Punch, surely.
Sucker punch.
Sucker Punch one, so I prefer Sneaky Punch.
Yeah, well, you would. Anyway, carry on.
Anyways, Jin went into the kitchen and stole himself a turkey leg after finding nothing in the kitchen. Then went into Cranbrook's study. Started rooting around. He found some documents, a lot of money, a considerable amount of money. I believe that was 35 gold in a pouch,
Yes.
which was insane. And during his investigation, he found a secret underground dungeon. Although dungeon is a bit of a strong word. And then got attacked by 2 suits of animated armor. Combat ensued. You guys made so much noise that Shinju had to run interference on Cranbrook and his Silver Bastions before they could come and investigate. And you guys all managed to escape. You think. As
Please don't.
Shinju pointed out, Cranbrook was very calm about the whole situation. Very calm. But in the ensuing chaos, Durathil also managed to snag one of the 4 items. And you guys all leveled up,
Yay.
which is the important thing.
And we also found out that the sword has more or less the same effect on like the person wearing like the mind
Yes.
control armor because of the necklace.
Yes,
being-
you also worked out that the Silver Bastions were all mind-controlled puppets. In very magical ways. Mainly through a helmet, and you've been experimenting with the helmet that you stole in the Sword of the First Dragonborn Emperor. It's been fun. It's been great fun. So, first question is, with all these notes and lessons and stuff, how long do you want to take to read through them all?
4 days.
Precisely 4 days, so you can sit there and learn your
Nothing
scroll.
more. I think, honestly, I mean, the problem is, guys, will Cranbroke enact his scaly revenge on us? And if so, do we want to be in Trim's mother's place when this happens?
This is a very good question.
Well, shall we rest up here the night and move on in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either completely different town or just back into town.
Well,
We can always
no.
camp in the woods. Live it
Could
rough.
do, to be fair.
full of death dogs.
Oh, yeah, good point.
The only other place I can think of is up where the old village used to be, but whether people would be there working on stuff is
I
question.
would imagine so, though, since he's like, yes, mining operation and whatnot.
Blah blah blah.
Yes. Evil Maniacal Overlord has
Precisely.
bought property for some time, so it's probably already started the demolition work.
Alright then, I guess we'll camp outside.
Yes.
Woods.
But don't forget, you have the Black Shield Inn to stay at. You still got the rooms for rent
That's true.
when you guys stop by.
He doesn't know we're staying there, so...
No.
Mhm.
So
Alright, we'll go with that.
all right. We'll go with the Black Shield.
Okay then.
Unless... Yeah, okay.
Although, should we leave at least one of us at Trim's, mother's, just in case he comes acting revenge and takes her hostage?
I
Never.
will stay here, because I've got other things I need to
Shit.
read.
Sorry. I just need to do something.
Wow, that was
Wow.
sudden. That was super sudden.
She left her baby in the oven. Anyway,
Clearly, I just reminded her of something. I'm guessing a job for a mother that she was supposed to do.
Quite possibly. So
Well,
anyway,
yeah, I would like to stay at Jim's house studying my scroll.
okay.
But I'd like to tell Jim that you know the plan I've told you. You
I
should
do.
probably... Yes, you do. I've told you.
Yeah, I do. I said I do.
Alright, I thought you said you didn't. You probably need to study that particular piece of script so you'd actually be able to replicate it. Take it.
I take it and I
Sorry
look over it
about that.
during the evening.
I was just called downstairs and that.
That's right.
That's
We thought we suddenly reminded you of something you had to do.
That's fine. That's fine. No. Okay. So, sorry, what did I miss?
Not much.
Not a lot. No, you guys were still discussing your plans for the next few days.
You guys study those letters hard.
I shall study it.
So-
I shall take care of your mother, young Trim.
Belgica, wow.
I say.
I mean, Durathil's 40, so, you know.
40?
Yeah.
40? What?
Yeah. He's been studying at this temple for decades.
Alright, I'm just... Okay.
But he doesn't look that old, thanks to the power of Ki.
And
Fair enough.
wonders of being a half elf.
Yep, that too.
And aging
That's
gracefully
right.
like a fine wine.
It's all down to Pilates.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So-
I feel like I want to be here with family too, but
No, you don't. Go and study these letters and plot your revenge.
It probably is best if you're not in the same place as your mother. We don't want to put two members of the family at harm.
free.
Besides, it's the obvious
Right.
place for you to be.
Yeah.
Fine. Alright. I'll entrust my family's safety with you then.
You can count on me.
You cannot counter Durathil.
Yes, you can. You can count on him for a lot of things.
I make an insight check. I do not trust him.
What?
No, I don't make an insight check. I just be like, God.
I know.
Just make sure that they're okay, and if anything does happen,
Your
just
life is forfeit.
I always put others before. I always put others before me. You should know this by now.
That sounded great, by the way. It literally sounded like you were saying, you know, make sure they're looked after well, feed them twice a day, take them out for long walks.
yeah, yeah. Mother likes this.
And make sure they
you're
don't do
angry,
anything on the
Daddy, just
cashmere
in
rug.
case.
Alright then. So, you guys break for a few days, during which Lord Cranbroke's effects start to take hold. You notice the city guards start dwindling in size and start getting replaced with the Silver Bastions. There don't seem to be that many around. I mean, the guard walk around the city in like groups of 4, occasionally 5 with like a sergeant at the head. The Silver Bastions are literally just going around in 2s as patrols. And as you're studying these letters, it's mainly correspondence with other lords and so on and so forth, but 2 do catch your eye. One is from an X, and it says, Lord Cranbroke, it has come to my attention that you will soon be made Lord Mayor. Let me firstly offer my congratulations, and secondly to inform you that the village is secured along with the prize that you seek. For further details, contact me. The second letter is in the same hand that the receipt came in, the one that says 35 gold, services rendered.
Okay.
And this one says, Lord Cranbroke, I've managed to secure the monastery and loot it for the items you've requested. For all intents and purposes, should your plans not come to fruition, I've given you a safe haven. If you need me, I shall be seeking out the other monasteries. N, as in N for November.
N.
Mm-hmm. And those are the only 2 like letters that really jump out as like major correspondence.
So, well, there's something. Well, he's definitely looked for something in my village. Some prize he's looking for.
There isn't anything that can be found in the. Oh no, we've already sort of covered that, haven't we? The stones, which be in mind.
Yes.
What on earth is that sound?
That was me taking a drink.
It was?
The glass was rubbing up against the microphone.
Okay, I thought you were
It
like
sounded
opening
like
a
glass or
stone
something.
casket. Yeah, I thought Brian was like doing some sound effects for a tomb being opened.
I wish I had that much room and that many microphones kicking about. Be
I'm going
amazing.
to-
Also, I never run out of microphones to fix the audio with.
Yes, I can imagine Brian has his own little Foley team just, in the next room. With every single
Holding up
potential
signs,
prop,
tomb,
creating every
thieves,
single sound.
wind, fierce battle.
See people there with like
so-
prop tools. Clang, 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 clang.
At the moment, it's just. So, who am I with at the moment? Just out of interest.
You are with, well, whoever wants to be where.
I'm guessing it'd be Bob, me, SteamedChu, and Trim.
Okay.
Because obviously Dorothy will stayed at your
Yeah.
mother's.
And-
So we're all in the Nag's Head. Is it Nag's Head? Yeah, in Nag's Head.
No, the Black Shield.
Yeah, it's the
The
Black
Black
Shield.
Shield.
The
Uh,
top 2 in bits.
I turn to Jin and I'm like, Jin, I have a question for you. When I went into that room, there was some stairs leading somewhere. What was down those stairs?
Nothing, just like some kind of sex dungeon, shackles, the 2 dead animated armor pieces. They weren't dead and animated when I went down there, but I may have triggered a minor event animating them at some point during my investigation of that room. And there may have been a chest, which there may have been a ring inside said chest, which I happen to have in my pocket.
A dungeon, you say?
It wasn't really much of a dungeon, just like shackles and other utensils.
– Basically,
Alright.
torture utensils.
Yeah. There was this thing that they used to make people talk.
Right. Okay.
But
So,
there was, like I said, this ring, which may have caused everything in the beginning. Surely not my fault. And seriously, I just merely opened said chest, alarm went off, hope nobody heard that, I picked up ring, and then all hell broke loose.
So, the question is, what do we do next? Should we investigate who this N is, or...
Well, I do have a potential way of investigating who this N is. Obviously, we've got his paperwork with his hand, both the receipt and this letter. 2 of these are better than 1. I could always potentially create some kind of forgery, and of using Cranbroke's or his writing to request his presence, and see if we can arrange some kind of meeting and just get more information direct from this mysterious person.
Maybe if we forge Cranbroke's writing, we could draw N out, and then we can interrogate him.
Yeah.
Or her, whoever they may be.
Or it.
Or it.
We don't want to be racist here. Cover every single base.
Or them.
Them.
So, out of all the paperwork that we nabbed, have we got anything of Cranbroke's in which I can study his writing?
You have a couple of letters. Well, not even letters, so like shorthand notes for things. I mean, one of them even looks like a shopping list. It just says eggs, milk, butter.
Enough letters in the alphabet that you get.
Yeah. At
That's
least
it.
the gist of it, so you know if he's going serif or sans serif.
Very well. Well, obviously that's an idea that I'm proposing. That we forge it and somehow trap this N person.
I just saw a problem with that. How do we get the letter to N? Like, they must have some postal service, or is there an address on the letters?
Should I do
There
it
must
here?
be some address.
I'm assuming on something like the receipt or the letter that was sent to Cranbroke, there would be a...
Nope, there is no
Address?
return address.
Any of the paperwork that we picked up, does it mention at all anything like a journal or...
No, the letters only point out the Trim's old village being demolished and made way for something that Cranbroke was looking for, and a monastery that's somewhere in the region, but where you don't know.
I would be assuming the monastery would be nearby in order to limit the supply chain of whatever is found at this monastery to provide Cranbroke the required goods. So what kind of monasteries are within this particular county?
This is a good question. I should make you roll for it. Although, oh, you haven't got Durathil with you.
I was gonna say, surely wouldn't Dorothil be the best one to know monasteries around?
Of course, you can always go and ask him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like I've gone anywhere.
You know exactly where he is.
Yeah, might as well go and... Or one of us at least, so we split up. So we're always in.
Obviously, I can volunteer myself to go and ask him for the information. Prior to doing that, obviously, you mentioned about these the Silver Knights travelling in two.
Yep.
Do they have a regular patrol path? And is there any chance I can slip by them without notice?
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me for the sneakiness. They are on like a regular patrol path, but it's more like regular times. Like they always pass through the square at 10 and then at 2.
Yeah, because I was about to say the fact that we've probably been sat there for 4 days studying these paperwork, and I'm assuming that we would have noticed irregularity within their patrols.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
That's not good at all. That'd be a natural one.
I am not feeling stealthy today.
Well, you walk about and you think you're being quite stealthy, you know, you're sticking to crowds and whatnot. But they really don't seem to take any notice of you. Or do anything to chase you or hunt you down.
I'm not going to take a direct path. I'm going to do a few side streets just to see if I notice anyone following me unnecessarily.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. So you keep glancing over your shoulder just to make sure that no one is following you as you wiggle your way through all the back corners and such. As far as you can tell, no one's following you, not even the Silver Bastions, which you know are very loud. The guys are wearing full plate, they're not exactly built for stealth.
So, feeling happy that I'm not being followed and after taking a number of different side streets and unnecessarily turning around and stopping at windows, looking into the window to see if there's any reflection of anybody behind me, which is an actual true espionage way of doing things.
Yeah.
I shall then proceed into Trim's mother's place to ask Dorothil the question of monasteries.
And then me and Trim's mother are sat at the table laughing. And I'm like, and so that's what I said. Why are you doing that stupid American accent?
Oh, she chuckles like half-heartedly as if, you know, this conversation has now gotten bored. You've told this joke for the 5th time.
And Mari's probably left the room because she's fed up. She's doing it.
Yeah. As you get there, Jinsuku, like, you can hear this faint laughter coming from inside, and you can see Mary out the back doing like target practice with the bow you gave her. Sorry, with the arrows that you gave her. She made the bow herself. And you notice like what she's aiming at is a scarecrow. It looks a bit like Durathil. Just a tiny bit.
Hey, I'm more than willing to do arrow practice. Because I can just catch the arrows, he says.
Eventually you'll fail.
Yeah, eventually I will.
I walk into Trim's mother's place and I just put a restful hand on Dorothil's shoulder and I just say, just maybe watch your back when outside whilst the daughter is practicing her bow skills.
Oh, hello there. Don't worry. I can tell when people are coming. So, have we got a plan? Why are we here?
Wow, I think I may have an idea to potentially get
Ooh.
a bit more information on this end, gentlemen.
I like when people apart from me have ideas. Go on.
Although we have come up with a slight snag, just out of interest, obviously according to some of the information that we've been able to divide from the paperwork that we have obtained, there was mention of monastery.
Ooh.
I'm thinking that the fact that this N gentleman, or lady, or
N?
creature, N, shall we just call them Nigella or Nigel from now on?
Nigella Lawson. Fantastic.
Lovely. We need some tips about baking bread.
Obviously, she has been gathering the diamond-encrusted potatoes that can only be found in this one monastery. I'm assuming there would be a very short supply chain in order to keep the goods that they have acquired for Lord Cranbroke
Yeah,
safe, secure.
Back
Well-
when I was in my monastery, we lived on very little, and whatever food we did have, we bartered with the villagers which were around us. So, if a monastery is getting supplies, it'll be very, very obvious who they're getting it from. Because they usually only have one way up and one way down. I mean, do we know which specific monastery we're talking about, or?
That's what I'm here to ask you. What kind of monasteries can you remember from within this area?
I visited a lot, but okay. What should I roll?
I believe it's an intelligence to recall information on
British.
memory.
Okay, so just a straight intelligence roll.
Yep, but with advantage, because this is your area of expertise.
Alrighty, this is gonna be horribly. 12. Don't remember any monasteries in this area.
You know this one in the area, but you can't remember where specifically.
I know. It must
If
have
you
been-
had a map, you might have a better idea.
Yeah. Did you bring a map, Jin, or Mama Trim? Do you have a map? Or?
I was going to ask Mama Trim as well.
I might do. Bear with me a second as she totters off
So-
round that sort of sly wooden wall.
So, Jin, how is the others taking this?
They seem to be pretty fine. Just your usual 4 days cooped up inside the room all together.
Well, I mean, knowing you and Shinju, that could lead to anything, really. But, I hope you didn't emotionally scar Trim too much. But, I mean, what other leads do we have? What were the important letters? You know, give me a breakdown, man.
Well, we found obviously the letter concerned in this mysterious N.
Right.
With mention of monastery and securing of...
Oh, is this the same guy who bought things from Cranbroke?
Yes,
Ah, right, okay. So minted.
obviously. I'm assuming so. Maybe some kind of philanthropist. Or industrialist.
Well, I mean, what did he say to Mr. Cranberry?
Just that he had acquired the goods from the monastery that Cranberry had requested.
That's concerning.
Hence why I'm here.
And whilst you're having this conversation, you hear this shout from behind the wooden wall of, "Aha! I have it!" And Mama Trim comes back out with a very small map, only about a 3-ish size.
A3, sure.
Yeah, 2 A4s stuck together, that's about it.
Okay, having a look at it,
Yeah.
is there... Do I have a better idea of where it
Indeed,
is?
you can make another intelligence check with advantage.
Oh, god damn. I'm not a very intelligent person.
This is punishment.
What for? What have I done?
Wow.
Wow, 11.
Oh, that's...
Missing
Whilst whilst Dorothy was doing his intelligence check, can I do a roll just to look outside windows again? Because I'm still not quite certain I wasn't being followed, so I just want to have a look.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
thinking the same thing.
Do another perception check for me, please, Tom.
Man, I make notes on these things. Why would I not remember where this is?
It's not so much you know where it is, but like, you can't remember the real specifics.
Right.
And so I can tell you I'm 30 miles outside of London, but if you go straight north out of London, you're not going to come anywhere near me.
That's fair enough. Perfect.
A wonderful 18 perception. There is no one outside apart from the odd villager milling back and forth, herding sheep, farming, etc., etc. Wait, if I bring you guys over to the province map.
The province, man. It's not very
Indeed, that's
full province.
this glorious little province map. Obviously, you guys are about there-ish.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of map that Mama Trim's brought out to you. So to the north is where Cranbroke's doing his build. You've got a couple more villages nearby.
This is where we got attacked by... This is
Yeah,
where
it was
we got
over
attacked
here.
by dogs.
On that road.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Flashbacks.
PTSD.
My death bump.
But you do notice that there's something there. There's a little bit blank spot.
Yes, I remember this now. What details can I remember about this monastery from my visit?
Not much. It was dedicated to 2 of the prime dragons. It was primarily for like self-reflection and meditation.
Yeah.
But nothing massive or extensive. It wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't really have time to stay long.
Yeah,
Big world to explore.
indeed. Lots of other monasteries to find.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, you know where the monastery is. You know it wasn't a massive monastery. You know, it's only a little small one out the way.
I turn to Dorothy and ask, during your brief visit or time in other monasteries, either to the brief visit to this monastery or other monasteries, can you remember any specific information about this monastery in terms of potential artifacts or items of note they were keeping?
Do I remember? I have
Yeah.
a theory personally, but do I remember?
Yeah, you remember one small thing that was like a really closely guarded thing. It was a scale from a prime dragon.
Oh.
Like a whole scale, not part of the scale or anything like that, a whole scale.
Oh, that makes sense. Like a holy relic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This may be interesting then. This is something that... Do we feel that...
Cranbroke's doing?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you feel that this is something that Cranbroke would be interested in acquiring at most haste?
I have a theory. As usual.
Oh no.
What if?
I sigh slightly, knowing that this leads to
No,
me
no, no, hear me out, hear
potentially
me
in a
out, hear me out, hear me
near-death
out.
situation.
So we know Cranbroke's thing is he's trying to make more or less the ultimate obedient soldier. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Trying to
Oh, we're not there. We're not there.
It's cool, it's cool.
No,
Yeah.
No, we're
He-
not there.
He has perfected this Silver Bastion armor, given it a gem for I don't know what, probably either easier control of a person or to improve their abilities. What if he is collecting dragon scales so we can try and artificially replicate it to make a dragon scale version of the Silver Bastion?
Which would be near impregnable.
Exactly. Especially because I'm not into men.
That Shinju is.
No, but you would be impregnable. No, anyway, whatever.
Sinju's been going around every single other room inside the pub for the past 4 days.
Well, look, she's the bard. It's what they do. Every half of a race is to blame with them. halflings, half elves, half orcs, half I don't
Go
know,
on, keep digging that hole.
demogorgons,
You're
I
in
have
that
a
grouping,
shovel.
remember?
half demogorgons. But I mean, that's my only theory. It could be something else entirely. Magic dragon scales are highly magical.
Right, so we've gathered this information. Do both me and Dorothy want to return to the...
How long has it been? 4 days?
Well, it's been 4 days and nothing's
Yeah,
happened.
Yeah, you guys have been sitting about for 4 days.
Am I feeling particular? I've been studying my scroll.
Yes, you have now learnt your wonderful technique. Did you want to tell the people in the audience, or do you want to leave it as a surprise?
Leave it as a surprise.
Okay. A surprise.
Surprise. So yes, I shall wander back with Jin.
We shall return to the
The
Black Shield.
I would like to look at Thingy's target that looks like me, and go, huh, nice work. I mean, I'm a little bit taller than that, but good job. You carry on.
And as you say that, like, she gives you this death glare, does not break eye contact, lets loose an arrow, and it goes right for about where the crotch is.
As I said, every part of me is a monk weapon.
Oh god.
That's terrible.
Thank you.
His spinning dragon staff.
My dragon. Exactly. After two-handed, didn't you know?
Oh god.
Oh, sorry.
He has a special helicopter move.
Oh god.
Don't encourage him.
Didn't we like have our own special dual helicopter with our long weapons?
No, don't. Just don't.
What? For the Dutch Ridder.
Alright.
Right.
Stop this bromance train right here.
Anyway, before anyone that writes fanfiction has a field day with you two, you guys meet back up again. You walk through town. You see another pair of silver bastions. They don't leave the city gates, you notice. They keep within the city itself. But they're marching in 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. Generally keeping out of trouble. Though, you do notice like they catch a pickpocket, but the way they apprehend him is leaning on the ultra-violent. Almost Batman-esque kind of capture.
Yeah.
Like they throw him to the ground, you hear the snap of his shoulder breaking. As it is literally pushed down all their weight. The poor pickpocket screams, "He lets go what he pickpocketed." The woman picks it up, and the guy and the bashes like drag him off the street. Broken shoulder and all.
That's not nice, man.
They ain't holding back. It's the perfect police force. Anyway, after all that, you guys reconvene at the Black Shield. Oh, what do you do?
Well, I'm guessing that the guys tell us what Dorothy knows about
yeah.
the...
Yeah.
Yes, we
So
recount.
there's a monastery in the south, somewhere, of this region. There was a map. I pointed to it. Jin knows where it is. It's cool. We'll go there.
Yeah,
Alright
I was going to say, well, why don't we go there and see if we can obtain this dragon scale before he gets it, and then
She says,
says, yeah, I'm waiting for people to agree or disagree.
"Didn't we find out who you already got the dragon scale?"
Anyone
What's
understood what
that
he said?
again without eating a bag of peanuts?
Oh,
Didn't we
it's another
find
giant
out?
target.
I like nuts. Didn't we find out that he already got the dragon scale?
Well, we found out from the guy in the end person
That he
that
had the items he needed.
he had the items that he needed, but obviously from that assumption of the letter, we believe that Cranbroke has not taken delivery of said items.
So
So,
N still has possession of the
N
item.
still has possessions of the item at the monastery, which we believe is this monastery in
He
question.
might not necessarily be at the monastery, but it is a very, very good starting step.
Yeah,
So to the monastery, I
to the
believe.
monastery we go.
Alrighty then.
Right.
To the monastery you go.
Trim's like, wait, what's going on?
We're off to the monastery, the mighty, mighty monastery.
Right, I will bring your tokens across. Bear with me. As you guys travel, you know, it's getting close to the late afternoon. And what have you, cut through the woods. And you come across...
More hellhounds.
Yes, 1 million hellhounds. All waiting, all hungry, all starving.
I've got a black
Oops,
screen.
I don't want to do that. I want to reveal areas.
Yes, I have just got black at the minute.
Yep, it's because I haven't done that. So I bring you all to there. What tokens are now visible?
Okay, I see stuff.
Yes.
I see stuff.
I have revealed areas. I have to fog off all maps. Anyways. Yeah, you guys come across this monastery in the trees. You find it in like a clearing. You can see the tops of the roof in that oriental pagoda style. And you guys come to the front gate to find it open ajar. Ever so slightly ajar.
Well,
So if I pull
monks.
you guys out here for a moment.
monks are normally quite welcoming, so slide on through.
Are you basing this experience on having met me? So yes, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we go in.
Okey-dokes.
Before we do that, should we literally like little peek around, just make sure that we're not going to be strolling in and saying hello, and it's just a giant
Sure.
cluster fudge of everything.
Jen, what do your elf eyes see?
So obviously, me or SteamedChu, seeing that we're right on the edge of the open gate, peer around.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check whilst I look for something.
And I'll say, do you want me to do it, Christy, or do you want to do it? Seem like you're next to it.
Oh,
Or you
we
both can do it.
That's
Oh,
what I was
both do it.
thinking. We'll both do it.
So Jinzuku's a 6, and Shinju is a 9. You guys can't tell any different. The grounds themselves, though, they are remarkably overgrown. Like this place has been abandoned for...
what was the roll? What was the first roll? Like the
6.
was it 18? Oh,
No, it's
oh,
a
never
6.
mind.
The 18 was
Okay.
from earlier when he was
Okay.
at Mama Trim's.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys peer around the stone wall into this courtyard area. It's overgrown to all hell. Those big trees are literally the size of the trunks themselves. It's gotten that overgrown. It's not well kept at all. There are vines going up the walls, and the ground around here is as if nature has gone very wild and chaotic. But
Not
you see nothing out of place.
So it's kind of like gives the impression that it hasn't really been properly inhabited by monks for a while.
Yeah, you'd reckon in the last like 10 years or so.
Do we think? I mean, would it be possible that there was some creature or human sort of overrun it?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Both of us?
No, just Shinju, because she wants to know if she knows something about it. That was a saving throw.
Intelligence.
Yeah, you want to click the big intelligence button.
Yeah, there we go.
Ooh,
There we go.
nice.
That was even better. Bloody hell. It's all fair. With that, you know there are some things that might cause it to go wild and a bit rampant. Normally they're of like fae or natural things that have gone a bit chaotic from your nature as a wood elf and such. Tree ents, for example, might overgrow an area, but normally if they do, they overgrow it with saplings and trees. This is all like vines and knotweed and such.
Wouldn't be like another elf or Or
You know some magics, but you doubt a druid would have done something like this. A druid tries to
Yeah.
keep it in some sort of a balance. So if there was a brick structure here, it would be replaced with a hedgerow or something not overrun with ivy.
yeah. Poison ivy is here.
Yes. Pamela Isley is in the building.
Yes.
Could I take a peek and make a perception check?
Yes,
Also-
you may.
Oh, frick.
What
Never
do
mind
you
then.
get?
I see nothing.
Yeah, about the same really. You just see vines and all sorts of shenanigans.
Oh, it's definitely got to be some kind of creature or something.
Well, I think we're just going to have to take it gingerly and step in, see what happens.
I would say watch out for any vines. Be very, very careful.
Straight up the middle.
Well, you got to walk around the door anyway.
Yeah.
Okay then, so who's going in first?
Go in.
I'll follow behind.
Third!
I'll,
Don't I have a bonus in something?
I'll be last. I'll trail from behind.
Okay then. As you guys enter this courtyard, you know, in the thick brush and all the thick vines, that you notice some of them start to move and twist and they start to build a humanoid frame. So I'll bring these up to the token layer. They aren't ghouls, by the way. These are not
Said,
ghouls.
didn't I?
But no, you didn't even notice they were there. Like, all these vines then start forming these humanoid shapes, almost like the muscle structure of the human body itself, without the skin. It's sort of how it all looks like, but it's all green and vine. It all moves and twists. And with that, we shall take our first break.
Ah!
Oh.
Be sure to like, favourite, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And we'll see you for part 2.